Hey everyone, welcome to our review of Mashin Sentai Kiramager, episode 38. As always, I'm your host, the Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
The Cinder Blaze.
I'm Aresol.
My dudes, welcome back. Like I said, we watched episode 38, and we're going to be talking about your guys' comments on this episode. But before that, let's dive into our thoughts. And I thought, it was so good seeing Kiramager again. We even got a little bit of backstory, and that's always fun. Um, it's strange to get a little bit a little bit like that from Takemichi out of nowhere, but it was sort of facilitated with the MacGuffin that we've been searching for this whole time. So, I don't know. A lot of good things, a lot of good story beats were weaved together to make a very entertaining episode.
Yeah, I was fine with it because they're wrapping up that stupid Granterstone subplot. So I'm just like, yeah, sure. Like, if you're gonna make something of this last stone, like, go for it. It's a really sparkly stone too, so of course it's a hallucinogen. Yeah. For the rest, like the episode, like I did enjoy the cavity Mars because I really like it when like the villains kind of like go above and beyond. Like I feel like the Mars are kind of like have like a really high standard of zaniness, and I think like this guy kind of popped a little bit ahead of the average ones. So, and his power was so annoying. Like I remember having toothaches, and geez, I could just feel the pain in their mouths, and I just really wanted that dude dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody else get sympathy pains? Like I noticed about halfway through the episode that I was clenching my jaw because I was like, I don't, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
I don't know if clenching your jaw is the remedy to that sensation.
No, I know. It's just like that was my reaction.
Yeah. This took a lot of notes from that Kyoryuger episode where they fought the dude that gave him cavities, which is I guess the same thing, but I don't know. They did it in their own way, and they even sent out the unwell members to fight, like sacrifice them first.
I love when they call in over the comms and they're just screaming in the background. They're not. There's no calm and collected here. There's no like, you just do your best. It's no, please hurry. We're dying.
As much as we praise Blue for his faces, Yo has a lot of really good reactions, specifically in this episode. It was great.
Yeah,
What?
he was just not having it.
The backstory with Silver. To me, it did not feel super great just because it wasn't set up too early. Like this, it would have been cool to have this be like the climax to that I guess part of his backstory, but like we only learned about it now. What were you guys thinking about it?
I didn't have that much of an issue with it. We've known since his debut pretty much that he's had a connection to his uncle, and that the reason he even was on this journey to find these stones is because of his uncle.
Right.
So that that part of it made sense. Yeah, the swordsmanship thing kind of comes out of nowhere a little bit, but
I mean, it explains why he's fighting with a drill.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, it is
I
a drill.
guess!
Like why?
Like, oh yes,
drill.
I put down my sword for a drill. It could have been. You could have gotten a mace. You could have gotten a staff. Anything, but you chose drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little bit unbelievable that like he would think that Garza would want to have this match now and like unmask and all that stuff. But honestly, that's just like such a nitpick, and it's something that he wanted so bad that I could see him kind of falling for it. So I was
it was like a hallucinate You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's a hooligan.
a hula skirt.
A hooligan. Yeah. So I didn't really have an issue there because he was just being not controlled, but
Sure,
under the
yeah.
influence of something. I kind of get it, but
I feel like the emotional payoff would have been a lot better had we known about that before. Like Alex was saying, we knew there was a connection, but to have this whole unresolved piece of himself and then it manifests as one of his biggest, like, I guess, regrets or something that like really enticed him to believe in this lie. Something that felt a little bit more integral to his character. It really felt like that should have been expounded upon earlier. It's not a big issue. It's more of a nitpick, but I don't know. I think it would have been neat to see it beforehand.
I don't know. I felt like it was just fine, like as is, because like that type of relationship has already kind of been like somewhat fleshed out already, and like for them to have had like a ceremonious duel, it just kind of like fits into the relationship they've already kind of established. So
Sure.
like it didn't feel like, oh, it came out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense for something like that to happen. They have like a bunch of weird ass rituals on Crystalia, and I guess like with the respect that Silver's had for Garza when he was over there, that's a pretty neat thing, and it kind of like foreshadows his evilness. So it did like two things.
He was about to commit full on murder, and then the king knew about it and let the dude hang out in the castle until he upended the entirety of Crystalia. You didn't think that this dude that tried to murder your son, your adoptive son, wasn't gonna do something shady later?
Dude, he fucking hates Silver.
Oh yeah, he does! Father, you're finally here. All right, I'm gone.
You ain't making a mess in my garden. No, Garza.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. The king's logic there is kind of questionable. Like, why would you keep your traitorous relative around if you know he's trying to actively kill people?
Yeah.
I mean, why was Scar like with Mufasa and the rest of the lions for the beginning part of Lion King? Like, obviously that dude's evil. Like, look at how he was created.
Well, I mean, imagine Mufasa sees Scar trying to get, like, deliberately trying to murder Simba. You don't think he'd be out of the tribe by then?
Okay, but like Mufasa loves Simba, so you have to pick someone else. Probably like
Zazu.
He's tried to kill him multiple times in front of his face, and he still lets him there.
Okay,
so,
I can see that as antics. I can see that as a few antics. It's sort of like Starscream trying to get rid of any other competition or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Why does Megatron keep Starscream around?
That's true. Yeah. He's tried to murder him on multiple occasions. Okay, I feel like I'm talking myself in circles here. I don't know completely how I feel, but you've given me some information to consider. But
I'm
you know
not
who
trying
else
to defend it. I'm actively mocking it.
Do you know who else is probably going to give me something to consider? The comments. Let's dive into those.
Okay.
Let's see. Our first comment comes from Treecob. I didn't mind this apps. I didn't either. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Next
Fun
comment.
time.
Yeah. Next comment comes from Double the Unknown, who says, I guess Kento is a trendsetter because Takemichi was definitely eating sand this episode. Oh, you know it. Oh, man.
You get a special heart for that one.
Yeah, you get a point. Alex, are you on the account right now? Add a heart to that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And reply letting him know that he's earned a heart. Alright, cool. And our final comment of the night comes from K. John, who says, a good episode. Not among the best from this show, but I like it. It developed Takemichi really well, despite how he looked like a fool being under illusion for most of the episode. It's interesting to see how much respect he had for Garza. He probably saw Garza as a nice uncle who warmly welcomed him when he first came to Crystalia, while in fact Garza was probably jealous and saw Takemichi as an eyesore. Aladdin should have done something about Garza rather than turning a blind eye to it. I think this is because Aladdin still has hope that Garza will eventually has a change of heart. I like how when Takemichi was snapped out of the illusion, his eyes changed and he became more serious. He might looks like a goof most of the time, but when he's all about business, he's a real badass. I love how he still respected the 3 steps, 3 rounds rule, even though Garza already cheated. Takemichi really shined in this episode. I did like that little nod. Like, he quickly, like, step 3, and then, like, went right into it. I did like that neat little touch. My only complaint is how abruptly this episode ended. Wish there was a last scene where Takemichi apologized the team for his actions. I guess they didn't have enough time to include that scene. Curious to see what will Yodon do with the Grand Stone. Yeah. I don't know. I do like this sort of back and forth with sort of using the stones. I really hope they don't get pinataed for the stones, because I don't want that to encompass the last, was it 7 episodes of Kiramager?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
We don't have that many episodes left. I don't know how likely that is going to happen, but I agree. Bouncing them back and forth would be a good way of padding time, but we've seen that happen before.
And we've got plenty of stuff to really get into with this show still, because we do have the sniper version of Yodon coming up. I don't know, that's a really cool looking design. I can't wait to see that. Either way, I don't know, just really excited to see more from Kiramager here. Thank you guys so much for the comments. Did we have anything else before ending this episode?
No.
There's a thing coming up on Thursday that you want to plug?
Oh yeah, there absolutely is. So guys, if you like Super Sentai, well, there's a new one coming up. I don't know if you knew this. There's a whole big one happening, and there's going to be a press conference on Thursday. So if you are available at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or what is it, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be doing a live stream. And we're going to have a bunch of rotating guests. Alex and I are going to be there. Aresol said maybe to me, to my face. And then we're going to have, I guess I'll announce this here. We have Matt Hunt. I already announced him. But we are going to have Sentai 5, Vaughn Cooper, and Squall Charleston join us for the for the press conference. We're going to try to rotate a bunch of people around. I don't know if more people are going to show up. I've told a lot of my friends about it, but so far, those are the people confirmed. So come hang out if you want to. Also, thanks so much for watching. If you like this episode, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts, about your thoughts about this review. And then, while you're down there, there's still links in the description to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating money, signing petitions, and watching videos. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it.
Yeah, see ya.
Visit your dentist regularly.
And brush your teeth.
Yeah.
So then, you don't have the evil stare down from your dentist. You haven't been brushing, have you? You haven't been flossing, have you?
Nah.
Last time I went to the dentist, though, I hadn't been flossing, and he was like, "Oh, have you been